Thank you, Ms. Reese. We've been working on our sound system, and it sounds like we're about too loud. If we are too loud, y'all let us know, but if, hopefully you can hear. So is it adequate there in the back? Can y'all hear us okay? Good. Thank you very much. Okay, the next thing we have is a roll call. Ms. Jessica, would you mind? Roll call, please.
Present. Present.
Present.
Here.
Here. Please let the record reflect that all of the elected officials, with the exception of Mr. Butler, are in attendance. We also have yourself, the city clerk, city attorney, and all department heads in attendance. And a few special guests tonight. Several of our parents and grandparents are here. And we got Mr. Gray from the Call News over here. It's been a long time to see you, so welcome. So thank all of you for coming. The agenda is really pretty short tonight. I felt like there would be some items that y'all may wish to discuss, but if we had discussed them in the past, then we'll just add them on or address them as they come up. So with that being said, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Sorry, I was going to say that instead of Shauna Alvarez, it's Jimmy Stringfellow is here as our visitor. But then,
Okay,
other than that change,
then we'll make the motion changing the visitor from Ms. Alvarez to Mr. Jimmy Stringfellow, who I see there in the very back. So with that one correction to the agenda, a motion made by Ms. Reese and seconded by Mr. Little, I think the way it went. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
And those opposed. Okay, our last meeting was on February the 24th, and you should have received a copy of the minutes in the email that you received yesterday. Is there any corrections, additions, deletions, changes that the council wish to have? Let me see.
20th.
Well,
I didn't look.
see, it would have been on the 20th.
I did notice on page 2 that it's instead of council member Litter,
Okay,
it's Little.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, where was that at? Okay, yeah.
The last paragraph of page 2. Actually, that'd be page 3. Sorry, I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
All right. With the one correction mentioned by Ms. Reese, who made the motion? Mr. Little, wasn't it you made the motion with it?
That's fine, yeah.
And with that correction, Ms. Reese, you the second?
Yes, sir. A second.
Motion made by Mr. Little, seconded by Ms. Reese to approve of the one corrections. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay. All right, now we'll move into the recognitions portion of our meeting tonight. And that's where we recognize the key students, those that have been chosen for some type of achievement or award, and we really look forward to that. We have this several times a year. We have seen some of the students now coming back for the second or third year. They're growing, and it's something we're really proud of. We're really proud of our school system here. The achievements has been made. We see academic success. The band, the sporting teams have done well. It's a real pleasure, and I guess that could show the support that's given. If you've seen the Swamp Fest that we had Saturday, maybe some of you coming by, you've seen the amount of people that come out for it and help support it, the friends and the others. So we do appreciate the parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles that are involved in our school system, because I feel like I can speak for the administrators and the teachers and all, saying that it's certainly good to be in a place where we have this community support that we have here. And so we appreciate it from all of you. And just a moment, the council's going to scoot back, and I'll move to the front, and we'll call each person up. We'll go slow, let y'all take a picture. If we go too fast or you don't get a chance, just kind of hold your hand up, we'll stop. So we do it informal. We want to make sure we recognize every student and give them the time to do that. So we'll start up front. I'll read the name out, and then they'll come by where the clerk is at, for Jessica, and come on around as the council will kind of motion them on as they pass by up here and circle off to the side over behind Mr. Minus, our attorney. So, with that being said, I'm gonna move to the front, if y'all can scoot back. Thank Ms. Wells and Ms. Stewart here for coming up, and we'll get started here with kindergarten. And okay, the first person come up tonight is James Dean. James. Hey, hey. Hey, right here. Turn around, let me take a picture right there. See? Good, that's right. Okay. All right, then you'll have to show the rest of them where to go. Come right around here. So there, sorry. Got Miss Dean, Miss Wells. Uh-oh, you got it. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Okay, next, Aries Pearl. Aries, all right, here you go. Hey. Oh, congratulations, big man. Turn around, let Mom and Dad get a picture there. Hey. Good deal. Come on. Good job. You keep that, yes, sir. Okay, Callie Tart. Callie? Congratulations. Turn around and let Mom get a picture of us. Hold that up there. There you go. Turn that around. This way. Let's turn it that way. There you go. Got it. Here. Xander Sweeney. Xander. Hold that out there so I can get a picture of it. There you go. You got it. Hurry. Hampton Mahoney. Hampton. Hey, congratulations, man. There you go. Turn around, let her get a picture of it right there. How about, let's, there you go. Man, you got it. TJ Smith. TJ, oh, hey, come on. You in a hurry. Oh. Yeah, look, right here. I wish I had your energy, TJ. There you go, buddy. Okay, that concludes the kindergarten, and now we have the first graders, and we have one tonight, Molly Bell. Molly, hey. Okay, second grade, D'Angela Poole. D'Angela Poole. Hey. Hey, D'Angela, turn around here and let's take a picture there. Come on, turn around here. There. Come on. Luke Chapman. Luke. Hello, Luke. Congratulations, big man. Turn around there. Let's get that picture. Maverick Mason. Maverick? Okay. Hello, buddy. How you doing, Mr. Mason? Good. I see your mom and grandmother there. Yeah, congratulations. You hold that. That's yours. Okay, hey, come on, come on, come on. Good job.
Jacob.
Jacob Wells. Hey, Jacob. Hey, buddy. Come on, man. Come on, Mom, get a picture of you. Say. There you go. Reese Brewer. Reese. Congratulations. You want to turn around here, Mom? Let's try behind you there. Jackson Lambert. Jackson. I don't think I said it third grade, but Hattie Phillips. Hattie. Congratulations, Okay, fourth grade, Hunter Williams. Hunter? Congratulations, big man. Turn around there and get that picture of us. Fifth grade, Brooklyn Marcialo. Brooklyn? Okay, sixth grade, Ralph Pearson. Ralph. Congratulations, Mr. Ralph. Okay, that's all the recipients tonight, so we'd like to thank Ms. Wells and Ms. Stewart for coming up and helping out, and y'all are welcome to stay around for just a minute, take a photograph or two, or come by. We were going to go into a recess for approximately 5 minutes, and thank y'all for attending, and we hope to see some of y'all back soon again. Y'all have a good night. Thank you. allow the students and their parents and grandparents and all to leave, and I'd like to call the Satsuma City Council back to order now. It is 6:55, 6:56 now, and we're back in regular session, and we will move to our next item on the agenda, which is visitors. And I understand that Mr. Jimmy Stringfellow is going to be our visitor tonight. Mr. Stringfellow, just so you'll know, we usually ask the person standing up to state their name and their address, and we do that for our records, and then go to the topic. Not that I think yours will be long. If it does go several minutes, we may curtail it, but I don't anticipate that, but just letting you know that's kind of the way things go. But if you would, please come on up and give that, and we'll get you out of here.
My name is Jimmy Stringfellow, 5723 Clark Circle West, Satsuma. Mayor Barlow, esteemed council members, thank y'all for having me tonight. Just coming to y'all tonight representing the Satsuma High School Band, Spirit of Satsuma. We have our annual banquet coming up on April 23rd. Just come to y'all asking to waive the rental fee for the Steel Creek Lodge. I think that's about it.
Okay. First thing we always do, so you'll know, Jimmy, is we ask the clerk to tell us on April 23rd, is the lodge available? Clerk is confirming that it is available. That will be a Tuesday night.
Yes, sir.
And what hours are you wanting that for, Jimmy?
Believe it's going to be from 5 until 8. Go ahead and show for 5 until 9, 1700 to 2100.
I don't imagine there will be any opposition since it's not already rented on that night. We almost always work with our schools when they ask for that. So I will turn it over to the council and see if they have any questions or concerns, or if one of them just wants to make a motion to let you have it. Okay?
I'll put that in the motion, Mayor. Second.
Mr. Little?
I'm good.
Well, and Ms. Reese, I know you're very active with the band, so I'm sure
Abstain.
it'd be good that you, that's the reason I figured you didn't, but I want to make sure we all were in agreement. Jimmy, we have a motion and a second to let the Satsuma High School Band have the Steel Creek facility on Tuesday, April the 23rd, 2024, from 1700 to 2100 hours. And we'll do that for no rental charge to you. That is in the form of a motion. And second, is there any further discussion? If not, all those in favor signify by aye. Those opposed. You got it, Jimmy.
Thanks, sir.
Thank
Y'all
you
have a
for the
blessed
work
night.
y'all been
Thank
doing
you.
with it. Y'all, the band, really done good this year. Had a lot of awards and all, and we're real proud of them.
They're steadily working.
And it shows. Thank you. Okay, we have a couple of other people in the audience tonight. I already pointed out an old friend of ours we don't see a whole lot anymore from the Call News, Mr. Willie Gray. Always welcome. Jeff from Alabama Power, thank you for coming. Anything we need to know of from the power company? Okay, well, good deal. Well, we appreciate you being in attendance. If there's no other business to come before the council from the floor, I'll move on. Go on to my mayor's report, and since our last meeting, we have had a couple of deaths in our community, and y'all keep those families in your thoughts and prayers. I think our fire department's run on a couple of bad calls in the last couple of days, if it's not, I'm not misunderstanding that. Is that correct, Chief? So, let everyone know that our voting precinct today was very busy here in Satsuma. I think we had maybe a higher percentage turnout than a lot of the areas are having, so that we stay true to that. Just a couple other things, and most of them are really minor tonight. Just remember, there is a pre-bid on the streets paving projects that we're looking at tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. It'll be here at City Hall. Those are the streets paving projects that we're talking about with Driven Engineering. Just wanted to remind you of that. Our water sewer project over there that the county is working on, I did speak with them earlier today, and that is progressing well and moving forward. I did get the letters back, if any of you'd like to look at it, from Mr. Troy Ephraim, that we were looking at on that ditch issue we had over off of Maple Street. So like I said, I did get those final copies today. If any of you would like to look over them, please let me know, and I'll get that to you. The sidewalk projects that we had at the last council meeting, we have signed off on everything. We've got to go ahead, so hopefully by the next council meeting, I can give you all a projected day that we will start those sidewalk projects. Y'all know we've had an opening on the planning board for some time, and, you know, with the untimely death of Bubba Hamlin, that's got a second opening, and my intentions are to have Mr. Tim Shera, who's a longtime Satsuma resident, appointed. I think he is going to attend his first meeting on Thursday night. Hopefully all of you know Tim, his wife Cindy. I think most of you do know him. He's been here forever, so I think he'll be a very good asset to the board. I would like the council's input, if you would. Just think of one or two other people that might be good for the Board of Adjustments especially, and maybe even another planning board position that we have that could be filled soon. So just wanted to remind you all of that. Most of our other stuff are going pretty well. Remember the audit, we're still working on that from the city. It should be final, and we are going to have the next meeting. I think y'all agreed, was it 5:30? That we was gonna start 1 hour, you said?
I think so.
So I just wanted to remind you of that for the next meeting. Y'all put that on your calendar. 2 weeks, next. Yeah, we're gonna meet an hour early and devote the first hour to the audit.
So 5:30,
Yes, sir. That's what, I think
and that's which
that's in
date,
the
Mayor?
minutes.
The 19th?
2 weeks from tonight, I think it would be
Right,
the
19th.
19th.
5:30. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Don't put it past
Just get
me.
started if we're not here.
Don't put it past me.
Okay, but we have that, and
I have went to work on holidays.
just letting you know that. And also, the other thing, y'all know that George has been working on bids for the restrooms at Baldwin Square and at Wright Park. Also, the addition that we're trying to do at the sanitation. George, can you come up real quick and let them know, if y'all would like, George has the bids on the restrooms that we have gotten for opening tonight, and he has put a lot of time in that in the last couple of weeks in these projects that we have. So, George, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. So we expected every one of these to be under 100,000, which is the new limit for public works. So it did not have to be statewide bids. I did have 7 packages go out with plans and spec sheets. And kind of, when they dropped them off, I had them seal them just in case. So. This is from LJC. For the garbage ramp. Total cost of $59,200. That is like right at 80 yards of concrete. I didn't know it's 6 inches thick. It's 103 by
What's the thing?
41. Because you're parking garbage trucks on.
The garbage truck,
This is
no.
garbage truck.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
for the,
I thought you were
for the
calling that
weight.
concession stand.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is for the garbage. For the trash ramp.
Yeah, I think I must have said wrong, or else you got confused. I thought we was on the restrooms, but that's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
No
I
problem.
opened
That's
that
good.
one first.
That's fine. Go ahead, whatever route we're in, we just.
These are from Mr. Joe Tarver.
So on Baldwin Square bathroom, he's got 46,500. And on Wrights Park concession stand, 60,000 even. These are from Godwin Construction. If y'all give me just a second to look at this. Baldwin Square, $68,980.84. $68,980.84. I say that was Baldwin Square. Got two of them here for some reason. So that's using lat board siding, 68,980.84, and this one is if they use vinyl siding, 61,128.89. Wrights Park. All right, so with block walls, $135, $46.48. With concrete batten walls, $134, $721.25. And I have an estimate without concrete for $42,694.19 at the trash ramp. I know the concrete's about $35,000, so. This one's from Godwin also, yeah. So it's without concrete at $42,694.19. And that's all I have.
George, do you have, what Mr. Tarver, quoted as far as the, either block or?
It's block, but his is the, I forget what they call it, the fascia block or whatever. It's got the, it's built out with a design. It's not just flat block.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. Are they all bidding the same thing? I heard vinyl, I heard hardball, hard.
They gave me one of each. They gave me one with the original way with the concrete wall, with the concrete
Oh,
board.
they wanted to give all three?
And they wanted to do the vinyl too, so.
I'd stay away from the vinyl.
Yeah, I would.
Well, I don't,
Especially at the other ballpark.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be,
And I
Replacing
think
that.
the block with the face on it would be, they're not gonna throw many balls against it. 'Cause it'll go every direction.
that's right. No wall ball. Could you maybe put them in a spreadsheet? It's kind of all over the place.
yep.
Is that everybody that was gonna bid on?
Yep, yes, sir.
Well, we had several more people pick it up, and I think George called them all last week and told them that we were meeting tonight, and if they were going to bid, they really needed to, so these are the companies that submitted it. Is that correct, George?
That is correct.
Yes, I do think it's a good idea to put that in a spreadsheet.
will.
And,
I just couldn't do it before
Okay, well, we wanted to open the
Have
bids and all.
X-ray vision.
That's right.
Right, right, I
I'll get
understand.
that done for y'all and put it in your boxes
But,
So we
or
need to-
emails.
we need
yes,
to make a motion to accept the bids and then wait for George's recommendation.
yes, that's what I was going to say. If the council agrees, let's get it in a spreadsheet so we can all see what we're voting on the two projects, the restrooms at Wright Park, the restrooms at Baldwin Square, and also the addition that we have at the trash ramp. And then you make a recommendation, we'll email it to the council, and whatever the low bid is that we feel meets the specs. And also, I've already mentioned this to the council, I don't think we'll have any opposition. We also want to length of time that we're expecting the project to go, because, I mean, we don't want to get one of these projects that's drug out, and I'd rather somebody tell us if they can't do it, and we here 6, 8 months from now trying to answer why we hadn't done anything, so, or got it going, so. Mr. Skelton, I think, from what I'm saying, you were gonna make the motion to accept the bids?
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
So, all of these bids for the 2 bathrooms, or the plumbing, the drains and the water will be stubbed out 4 foot. And with the help of the water department, we're gonna hook those up. As well as, refrigerators and stuff inside, that will be us to buy, that way we'll save on them a little bit, so.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I know we were saying restrooms, but I wanted to just make sure
Yes.
that the concession was incorporated.
So, refrigerator, freezer, some tabletops. It will have the 4-foot roll-up window already in it. But all the stuff on the inside, other than the AC and the water heater, we will purchase. So,
If you could, please make a copy for her so she can see what both of them are.
Okay.
Okay, I think it'll answer your questions.
Is everybody available to start immediately?
I'm not sure. I'll have to speak to them.
They're gonna be
Well,
very
just gotta
lucky
make
if
it
we
a
get
start
construction
date and-
companies to start immediately. Wouldn't you think so, Jerry?
I'd even like to see penalties put
I mean,
if they run past that date.
Right.
Kind of
Liquidated
Time frame.
damages.
Right.
Liquidated damages.
But we would like to look at that, what the bids are, and, what the response is. It's like I said, can they get started in a timely manner, and do they
Okay.
think they can complete the projects?
Sounds good.
All right, well, I appreciate it.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Skelton has made a motion to accept the bids, and
I'll second it.
Mr. Little has seconded it. Is there any other discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Those opposed. Thank y'all. George, appreciate that help again from all y'all done on that. Okay, if y'all have anything else or any questions from me, let me know. If not, we'll move in and go on to our regular order of business and move down to public services with Mr. Little.
Few things on the senior report with the Meals on the Wheels. We delivered 820 meals to 41 different clients. This was in the February month. Over to the building department, we have 21 new permits for February, 38 building and trade inspections going on, 5 nuisance complaints, and 46 active permits that's ongoing at this time. And we're doing a little work, as far as the sanitation department, knuckle boom truck, we had one of them trucks, the main truck was down, but we've actually got it out of the shop now. Wasn't too bad. Had one load of scrap we, dealt with, and then one of the garbage trucks we had in for, front brakes, but on those sanitation trucks, that's normal stuff. I think that's all, Mayor.
Okay, on the new van that we have and the bus, they're both striped now. Looking at the step to get into the van, we have had some of our people that we take to the doctor for dialysis that have had difficulty getting in and out.
I failed to mention that.
I do think that we have got a side is ordered, it has not come in yet, has it? So just, y'all will see a thing, I think it was $400 or $500 for the step that will go on the van, so we wanted to go ahead and get that, but, so y'all will see, I think the bill from the striping is in for both of those vehicles, and that is ordered, so, thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Little. I think Mr. Butler was unable to make it tonight. his, understand Miss Evelyn might be a little under the weather, so. He was unable to attend, but I'll just give a quick overview of the police and fire report that we usually go to Mr. Butler with. Start with the police report. The police department had calls for service in the month of February for 676 calls. There was 1 felony case made, 67 misdemeanors reported in or cases, 40 arrests. Had 5 traffic accidents last month, and our calls for service was a little higher in February than we had in January. So, police department's still been busy, and obviously they and along with the fire department, busy with calls here in the last few days, some serious calls too. And both of the departments did a very good job in the Swamp Fest and things we've had going on. We've had multiple ball games and political events and Swamp Fest and everything else. So I'd like to tell both the police and fire they did a good job for both of those months. Fire department calls for service in February was 55 total calls, 35 which were medical related, 5 fires, one of them was a structural fire. They responded to 4 motor vehicle accidents with injury. So they had a fairly busy month over there also, so appreciate that. We do have the SRO reports and the also code violations, if anybody would like to look at those. I think that's pretty reflective. Y'all continuing your training and everything. I think we got 1 dispatcher we're still interviewing for in the police department. Is that correct?
Yes, we've finished interviews and starting background investigation.
Okay, and that we'll have both of us set on, both departments at capacity then, so thank y'all for that work. If no other questions on public safety, we'll move to administration with Mr. Skelton.
I don't have anything.
Okay, we're moving pretty quick. Ms. Reese, Parks.
Did we hire somebody for the parks?
Yes, ma'am, we are hiring someone. We hadn't got.
Okay, so still in process. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That just came to me for a second. Travis had a memo, and he wanted me to let everybody know that the Parks Department and Public Works has been taking care of the restrooms throughout the city over the weekend. Picked up limbs and debris, keeping those ants in check with the ant poison around the city. And then also they purchased and mounted some soap dispensers for the restrooms at Wright and Lyons Park. And that's all I have.
Yeah, and if you had a chance to go by, those, you may have noticed the last couple of weekends, they've been really busy at Lions Park, all those guys working and all. I don't know who all they got the equipment from to do some of that work, but they really, those guys have made a lot of, and then I've seen some of the mothers out there also, but I say guys, the people working, and we really appreciate that because it saved a ton of work, if y'all have seen that.
Absolutely. It looks great.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Reese. Public Works, Mr. Phillips.
Well, Mayor, I kind of feel like it's a repeat of the last meeting, but as everybody knows, the grass never quits growing, the leaves don't quit falling, and the dirt running in the ditches. So since the last meeting, we run the leaf vac, cleaned the ditches on Pine West and Old 43, picked up paper on the old highway, Highway 43 Orchard, cut grass. We also purchased 10 crowd control barricades, and I think we used them during the Swamp Fest, if I'm not wrong. Cleaned the ditch on 3rd. Side cutter, we got the side cutter, and it trimmed around the new culverts. The road grader come in, done the south service, north service road, and the road going to the shooting range and the trash ramp and Knight's Drive. And that's about all we got, Mayor.
Hey, on the Public Works, I should have mentioned it, but maybe you can. If y'all get a chance to ride over, I'm gonna try to bring this up to the planning board on Thursday night, but on I guess that'll be what, North Oak Drive over there, that new road where we got some houses, looks like they're trying to build over there on the dirt portion. We already getting a lot of questions about the road and the maintaining and how the ditches are draining, and it looks like we've got some people's kind of cut their own ditches and all in there. I feel like we need to kind of get ahead of that, and it's gonna be a whole lot easier if we go in there right now before them houses are built. And, if you go by and look, you'll see there's some culverts and all that's been put in, but I'm not sure we shot a grade on any of those. We didn't have anything to do with that, if y'all go over there and see
We
that.
need some engineering done in there to figure out the way to do it.
Speaking of which, I did ask the engineer from Goodwill Mills and Kaywood to attend the planning board meeting, because some of these questions regarding drainage and all, I feel like are going to be a little more technical than for just us to answer Thursday night. So we do have we remind y'all, we do have a planning board Thursday night. It's a Board of Adjustments and Planning Board, both, correct? And both have agenda items this week. We have agenda items and public hearings, so it'll be a busy night Thursday night if y'all would like to attend. Thank you, Mr. Phillips. Items for discussion and/or consideration. A, payment of the bills.
I make a motion, we pay our bills in the amount of $69,593.51.
Second.
Motion was made by Mr. Skelton, seconded by Ms. Reese to pay the bills in the amount of $69,593.51.
51 cents.
Thought I had that right. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Okay, we've been discussing this, we've had it on a couple of meetings, but discussion and consideration of the voting delegate for the annual convention of the Alabama League of Municipalities, which is going to be held in Huntsville again this year. It's a little bit later. And do you have the dates of that? I don't think I'm going to be able to attend this year back in Huntsville. I mean, because you got a day drive up and a day back. And so do we know who's going to try to make the Huntsville convention for sure? Because we can go ahead and submit that. You know, we have to submit it prior to the
I'm not
delegate.
able to go. That's graduation is in.
That week it is. Yes, ma'am. Well, if anybody would like to volunteer for it, we will certainly put you there. All right. Mr. Little's gonna try to go. So with that being said, I'm sure that Mr. Skelton will make a motion to make Mr. Little a voting delegate. And
I'll make that motion.
And the backup.
Why don't we make Mike?
we got to put an alternate.
If that's the case, then I'll be the alternate.
Yeah,
No,
we're
I'm
laughing
fine.
and
If
joking,
I'm-
but
If I'm there, I'll
okay.
do it.
We're going to tentatively set it up then for Mr. Little to be the voting delegate with Mr. Butler to be the alternate if he can make it. So we'll let him know. So we'll also teach him not to miss a council meeting. No, we say that at Pickens, so that's good. But if that's okay with everybody, if something changes, I'm sure we can change it. But we can take this off of having to do that or bring it back up. Mr. Skelton made the motion, I think, and Ms. Reese seconded. Everybody agree?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Thank you. Motion was made and seconded. All those in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, good luck with the convention, and hopefully y'all can get it back down this way in the next couple of years. And Ms. Reese did point out something that I did bring to the league's attention, and I hope that we can again, that they need to look at graduation and all, because it's very difficult for us to have school systems and all to do it on the week of graduation, period. Almost all of us have something of, family member or neighbor or relative or speaking engagement related to the ceremonies, so.
I wish they would consider moving it back to Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
I agree with you. It's,
Yeah.
A lot easier.
and I would like, if y'all agree, for us maybe to draft a letter and tell them that it's very difficult for those of us that have, smaller towns where people actually have other jobs and all.
That's right,
To
yeah.
attend, if we can do it and hook it on to a holiday, and that's the way we used to do it years ago, so. I agree with that. We've addressed all the business before the council tonight. I'd like to appreciate it, everybody coming and everybody looking over everything and helping us move fast. There's nothing else to come before the unless the board has something else. Thank you, and a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second, we adjourn. We are adjourned. Thank y'all. I hope the